Okay, so welcome back for the next session for unit number 3, control structure in C. Today we will see the switch statement. The complexity of such a program increases dramatically when the number of alternatives increases. We have seen in the last session that is if statement, if, nested if else later. But when we have number of cases and alternatives increases, we can use switch statement in C programming language. So the syntax of switch is, first we have to write the switch keyword. In bracket we have to provide the expression. Based on the value of that expression, we execute a particular block. For example, if I want to write a program for calculator, at a time we are not using all the options available in the calculator. We choose one of the option from the list. It means if we have addition, multiplication, subtraction, then we ask a user to provide the value or your choice. And based on the choice, a particular expression is executed. So we provide the expression over here. It has multiple values and based on the value we execute a particular block. Once a value match, the block is executed, the switch is break. It means further cases are not even checked. And if after checking all the case values, if none of the value match, it means default case is executed and then we break from the switch cases. So when we write a switch case, in that we have to provide all the possible values for that expression, possible value for the expression, and what if that no value is matched, then we have a default test case. So each case value should be unique within a switch statement. We cannot repeat the same value and for that a different task because it will match once and that particular block will be executed. So no repetition, each value must be unique. Block 1, block 2 are statement list and may contain 0 or more statement. It may happen that that statement does not contain any statement. It is valid. Case label are end with the colon. This is very important. Whenever we write the case, when we have the value followed by the colon sign. Break statement are the end of the single block and causes an exit from the switch statement, transferring the control of to the statement X following to the switch. And default is an optional case, means we can omit to write the default case. So here we have 257 case labels are possible in C and switch statement is often used for menu selection. So here is a flowchart for the switch statement. We have the entry point, switch expression. We have multiple expression values. Say if the value is 1, block 1 will be executed. If the value is 2, block 2 is executed. If no match, then default block will be executed and finally the rest of the statement of the program will be executed. So let us take a look of the program. For example, we write over here, say integer a, b. Suppose I want to write a program for addition or multiplication of a two-pole, then we take value a, b, c and one more variable to ask a choice from the user, say ch. Now here we will say the user, see whenever we write the switch program, we have to tell the user what they have to press for a particular choice. So first we provide a complete menu like press 1 for addition and press 2 for subtraction. Say I want to write a program that provides only two choices, addition and subtraction. You can write more than two. Now printf enter your choice. Scanf %d %ch. Now based on the choice we have to take decisions, so we write switch over here on basis of ch. And what value ch has? Ch has two values. Either it could be 1 or 2. So I'll write case 1. Then what should I do? I write c is equal to a plus b. Printf addition is equal to %d comma c. Break case 2. C is equal to a minus b. Then we will write printf so we write printf subtraction is equal to %d value of c. Break. Finally, we will write the default case, and in that we print wrong choice. So if case 1 and 2 are not matched, then only it will go into the default case. So we print f here simple message that wrong choice. So let us execute this code. So press 1 for addition and press 2 for subtraction. Enter your choice. Here we can provide the new line for enter your choice. So we'll correct this program, but let us execute first. If I provide my choice 1 and I press enter, it will give me addition 32766. It means it gives addition of any random numbers. Why this answer occur? Because we haven't provided any value to a or b. So let us provide the value a is equal to 10 and b is equal to say 2. And again we have to provide over here /n. So the message enter your choice will occur in the next line, and now we execute the code. So now press 1 for addition and press 2 for subtraction. Enter your choice 1. I'll put enter. So 12, 10 plus 2, 12. Again I execute the code to check the second condition, second case. So I'll press choice 2, enter, and then subtraction is equal to 8. So this program is to show you how to write the switch case. So here we have the code program to create the simple calculator that performs addition, subtraction, multiplication and division depending on the input from the user. So as you see over here, we print the different operators. We ask a user to enter the operator. So instead of 1, 2, 3, here we are taking operator itself. Like if I press plus, then it will perform the addition. If I press minus, then it will perform the subtraction. So you can take it, just you need to do is you have to take operator as a %c because it is a character, right? So we take the value of a and b, and then if case is equal to plus, so here you need to take care that if it is a character, you have to provide the single quotation mark, right? If it is number, you just not need to write anything. You have to write that number only, but you have to write a single quotation for character. Okay, so this way we write for each cases. Here we have considered 4 cases: plus, minus, multiplication and division operator. So 4 cases are there, and the last one is the default. It means error, operator is not correct, or wrong choice you entered. So this way we can write a switch program. Here we have an output. So now we'll move to the another operator, or a conditional operator. That conditional means the question mark and the colon. This is a two-way decision. Two-way decision we have seen in if case, right? If and else. So it takes 3 operands. So this is a syntax for it: conditional expression, then question mark. Question mark means if this condition is true or false. If it is true, we evaluate the expression 1. If it is false, we evaluate the expression 2. So here is an example: flag is equal to x is less than 0. This is my condition. X is less than 0 is my condition. If it is true, then 0 will be assigned to flag. If it is false, 1 will be assigned to the flag. So you can write it in a if-else statement: if x is less than 0, flag is equal to 0, else flag is equal to 1. Now we'll see the go-to statement. Go-to statement is a branch unconditional. We have used if. If the condition is true, then only we move or execute some of the statement. But without checking any condition, if I move from one part of a code to another part of the code, then we can use the go-to statement. So C support the go-to statement to branch unconditionally, because with go-to statement, we cannot write the condition. We can use go-to without condition, and hence it is a branch unconditional from one point to another. With the go-to statement, label is required. Because we are branching unconditionally, we have to tell the compiler where to move. So at that location, we have to provide the label. So label in order to identify the place where the branch is made to be. The label be any valid variable name. It could be anything. But after that, we have to write the colon. The label is placed immediately before the statement where the control is to be transferred. Whatever you want to execute after this go-to statement, before that statement you have to write the go-to label. So for example, over here, go-to and then label, semicolon, and label means the name of the label where the go-to will jump. Okay, this is the place where go-to will jump. So here we have a program to calculate the sum and average of maximum of 5 number. If user enters negative number, the sum and average of previously entered positive number is displayed when we enter the negative number, right? So we directly move. Here we have to write, say here, go to jump. You can see over here, go to and jump. Jump is a label. So whenever what your execution will do, compiler will do, whenever it finds go to statement, it will look for the jump label in a program. So it will find jump over here. So when from this statement, it will directly jump to this statement: average is equal to sum divided by I minus 1. So this is what the label. A loop allows a program to repeat a group of statements either any number of times or until. Okay, so this is about the loop. A loop statement we will see in the next session, right? So prepare go to statement and switch statement till now.